Come here.
Oh, well.
Maybe I'll dress him up and he can walk in the slut walk
Are
too.
you a little slut pup?
A sled pup. Yeah, I was trying to think about just things that I wanted to convey when I was talking to you today, and I guess I just didn't realize how much being an exotic dancer has become like ingrained in my life, because so much of what strippers who are like politically and socially active fight for has more to do with women's rights than anything else. I mean, we fall under that umbrella, and it's one thing that I think is important is that a lot of women don't understand, like what I do for a living.
Yeah.
They don't get it, or they just really, they don't approve of it. They think it's slutty.
Yeah.
And they don't realize that when I am, fighting for my own rights, as it were, as a dancer, I'm really fighting for the greater goal of women's rights for everybody, for them too. So I think that's really important, especially like for the women that are like, I have a couple of women friends that they just don't understand the slut walk thing, and they're like, why would you want someone to call you a slut? That's terrible. I'm like, no, you don't understand the idea behind it.
Yeah. They're already calling me a slut.
And it's taken a couple conversations to really get through to them and make them understand what it's all about. I think especially with the gay community, especially the male gay community, there seems to be this really bizarre, like, heavy association with sexual activity.
Yeah.
Like, way more than, like, with the lesbian community. It's really weird. Just constant, like, references to sexual acts, and it just seems so bizarre to me. I'm like, well, what does that have to do with anything? Like, the basis of, two men dating is an attraction to each other, and it doesn't just have to do with them doing it. Like, it just seems like there's just a really heavy emphasis on that I just never really understood, I think that's really important. I could see a lot of people in the gay community coming out for this just because of that and other things tied to it.
One thing.
I can relate to that for sure. Because a lot of people just assume, like, I spend 99.9% of my time doing stripper things.
Yeah.
Like, that defines who I am as a person. I guess that's a really important message of Slutwalk too, is that people are multidimensional. It's way more than just the way you physically portray yourself to society, So,
okay.
Is my dog chasing a butterfly? Oh my god. I wish we were videotaping that.